Simple interest, making your money grow. One of the advantages of putting money into a savings account is that it can earn interest, which is a percentage of money added to the original amount. The higher the rate, the better for your savings. Banks pay interest as a way to reward you for letting them use your money for other financial services they offer, like loans. The interest rate on a savings account can range a lot depending on factors such as the type of account, the bank's policies, and overall economic conditions. So it's worth first comparing different interest rates to get the most out of your savings. Let's work through an example. Lucy wants to put some money in the bank in order to earn interest. She deposits £200 into her savings account where she can earn 2% interest per year. With this knowledge, we're going to answer the following two questions. 1. How much interest has Lucy made at the end of the year? 2. How much money in total is in Lucy's account at the end of the year? Looking at question 1. To find out how much interest Lucy earns over a year, we need to find 2%, which is the interest she gets from the bank on her £200 deposit. 2% is the same as 2 out of 100, which is the same as 2 divided by 100, which, as a decimal, is 0.02. As Lucy earns 2% interest on her deposit of £200, we need to find 2% of £200. So we calculate 0.02 times £200, which equals £4. Remember that you can use your calculator for this. Turning to the second question, which asks how much money Lucy will have in her account in total at the end of the year, we simply add the original deposit amount of £200 to the £4 of interest made, which gives us £204. To work out the total, without calculating the amount of interest earned separately, we use a multiplier, which works out how many times bigger the new total is than the original deposit. To do this, we need to find the new percentage of money in the account and convert this into a decimal. So, we have 100%, which is Lucy's initial deposit, plus the 2% interest earned, which equals 102%, meaning she has 102% of her original deposit at the end of the year. To work out what 102% of the £200 deposit is equal to, we need to convert 102% into a decimal. To do this, we divide by 100, which gives us 1.02, and this is our multiplier, or how many times bigger Lucy's deposit will be at the end of the year. So, we take our multiplier, 1.02, and times this by Lucy's initial deposit of £200, which gives us £204. And this is the total amount in her account, including the deposit and interest after a year. Over to you. Pause the video and have a go at answering the following questions. Jerome wants to start saving part of his monthly earnings. He opens a new savings account with an annual interest rate of 3%. Jerome deposits £150 into this account. Based on what you've learned, 1. How much interest will Jerome earn at the end of 1 year? 2. What will be the total amount in Jerome's account at the end of the year? Now, let's see how we'd answer these questions. First, we need to find out how much interest Jerome earns in a year from his initial deposit of £150 in a bank with a 3% interest rate. To calculate the interest Jerome earns in 1 year, we convert the interest rate from a percentage to a decimal. Remember, 3% is the same as dividing 3 by 100, which gives us 0.03. Next, we multiply this decimal by Jerome's initial deposit to find the amount of interest he earns. So we do 0.03 multiplied by 150, which equals £4.50. Turning to the second question, which asks how much money Jerome will have in his account in total at the end of the year, we simply add the original deposit amount of £150 that he put into the account to the £4.50 of interest made. This gives us £154.50. Remember, we can also calculate the total amount in Jerome's account by using the multiplier method. To do this, we need to find the new percentage of money in the account and convert this into a decimal. So we have 100%, which is Jerome's initial deposit, plus the 3% interest earned, which equals 103%, meaning he has 103% of his original deposit at the end of the year. To work out what 103% of the £150 deposit is equal to, we need to convert 103% into a decimal. To do this, we divide by 100, which gives us 1.03. And this is our multiplier, or how many times bigger Jerome's deposit will be at the end of the year. So we take our multiplier, 1.03, and times this by Jerome's initial deposit of £150, which gives us £154.50. And this is the total amount in his account, including the deposit and interest after a year. It's important to remember that even if this doesn't seem like such a big increase, if Jerome keeps his money in the account for a number of years, that amount will grow and grow. In the next year, for example, he will be getting a 3% increase on the £154.50 in his account, and this is known as compound interest. Let's quickly recap what we've learned about simple interest today. Interest is extra money that banks pay you for keeping your savings with them. It's a percentage of your original deposit, rewarding you for letting them use your money. Deposits are the amounts of money you place into a bank, either for savings or investments. To calculate the amount of interest earned, convert the interest rate to a decimal, then multiply by the deposit. You can add this to the original deposit to find the total amount in your account after the interest is applied. Or, if you haven't calculated the interest earned, you can use a multiplier to work out the new total at the end of the year. Putting money into a savings account can lead to increased savings over time. Remember, interest is essentially extra money that your bank pays you for keeping your savings with them and can be seen as additional income. Different banks offer different interest rates. Always compare these rates to find the best option for your savings goals. Even a small interest rate, like the 2% we discussed with Lucy's account, can increase your savings over time. The £2 Lucy earned this year is just the beginning.